It's time now for the Tomato Throwdown, KTBS style. Our very own Rick Rowe joins us now. Hey, Rick. Now, who is competing for this Tomato Throwdown?
Kirsten, this is big. You know, we just celebrated D-Day. That was an invasion.
Oh, wow.
This is war. I'm just telling you, I was here last year. I almost didn't get out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so be ready. Anything can happen over the next half hour. Let's start with contestants last year. My goodness, it was close. You won it by the skin of the tomato. Crystal Springs, Sally Garland, mayor of Crystal Springs, Mississippi. It was close. It was fun. What was the impact of winning last year?
We took that trophy all over, and our citizens were just thrilled. It gave us so much pride and joy, and we thank everyone for what you did. Here we are meeting in Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, meeting right here in the middle. So we thank you. We had a wonderful time.
So you did it for pride.
We did it for pride. We know we have the best tomatoes. We have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But carrying that trophy around, that did us a lot of good.
That's fun. And I know those folks in Jacksonville are hoping to, they want not a repeat.
Not a repeat.
No.
There's no repeat here. There's no repeat at all. And like we say, we are the tomato capital of the world. And so.
Now, that actually goes back to 1930s.
Yeah, right, 1930s.
But you actually started the industry around 1890s.
Yeah, somewhere in that area,
Okay.
yes. But,
Now,
there.
they
And,
think they go further back than that.
But I will have to say, a couple of our farmers and a couple of their farmers got together, and that's how it so it's kind of a family affair here.
It's really all about the dirt.
It is.
It's all about the dirt. I mean, it really is.
And who has the best dirt? You know?
go.
But we also, we have our tomato bowl too. So,
Yes, you do.
And that's something, that they don't have,
That's
except for maybe on their dining room table.
But you guys are the contender. What did you learn last year? What did you bring different this year?
Well, I tell you what, we brought our tea game. Our tomato game.
All right.
We brought the tea game, and we had so much fun. And honestly, that's what it was. We have a lot of fun between our two communities, and it's great to get to come here to this area too, and bring it around and into more of a popular for people to know more about our towns. And
That is true. I had the rare opportunity last year to visit both Jacksonville and Crystal Springs, and we decided to find out what they thought, who they think has the best tomatoes on the planet.
Now, why do you believe that your tomatoes are better than theirs? I mean, a tomato is a tomato, isn't it?
Not in Jacksonville. Our tomato is special.
Back years ago, this used to be the depot where all your tomatoes were shipped in and out of. We grew more tomatoes more than anything else here.
Really?
So we know what we're doing.
I got one the other day from Dallas, and she said, I don't want to make a trip down there until the tomatoes are ready.
Anyway, we took that box of tomatoes, and those kids cut into those tomatoes that had never had a really good tomato, and they fell in love with it. They ate them all up.
I know that our tomatoes are the best. We have people traveling for miles. I've had to ship tomatoes all the way to Wyoming.
And you, ma'am, you're all dressed in tomato red. Would you agree with what these ladies are saying?
You know I'm going to agree with that. There's no doubt in the world, and it's not just because we love Crystal Springs so much. We've tasted tomatoes from other places. We know that our tomatoes are the very best. There's no doubt.
I was born and raised about 30 miles south of Crystal Springs, Mississippi, which is a wonderful place. They have the second best tomatoes in the United States.
Have you ever had a Jacksonville, Texas tomato?
No, I really haven't had one from Jacksonville.
Would you want to try one?
Sure.
Okay.
You got one?
What is a Mater patch?
It's here. It's a Jacksonville Mater patch.
I was talking about the Crystal Springs tomatoes. All our
Tell
stuff's
me,
good.
tell me, what is it? What is it?
They're good tomatoes.
Okay. Is it the dirt or the people?
Both of them.
Both of them.
See y'all later.
Wonderful story. Now, still ahead on KTBS 3 News, the gloves come off as we get to know our Tomato Throwdown contestants, judges, and the rules all a little bit better. We'll have more on the other side of the break.
Put them gloves off. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are back with the Tomato Throwdown.
Absolutely.
Jacksonville, Texas versus Crystal Springs, Mississippi. There are criteria here. This is serious stuff. We're not playing around here. There are 3 rules, and I'm going to explain them very quickly here. The biggest tomato, and that will be decided by weight. Then we're going to have the best of 3. Now, that will be based on consistency of color and the size of the tomato. It doesn't really matter red or green. Actually, this year I think we actually have some green ones. And then, of course, the big one is the best tasting tomato. And that's what these guys have to do. Let's start with our judges over on this side. This is Windsor Andrews, a guy who knows a little bit about food. Actually, you work with the LSU Ag Department. Well, I wasn't going to say anything. Now, doggone it.
I can do it.
And you were here last year. Had a lot of fun.
Good. Had a lot of fun. These guys are great, and we really welcome them to the city of Shreveport because we're excited about this opportunity to share in a region and to talk about growing foods. It's gotten to be very popular here in this area.
Yeah, by the way, tomatoes are good for you, aren't they, Windsor?
Excellent. Color, taste, and texture.
There you go. All right. Mary Dale, born and reared native girl from, what is that?
Crystal Springs.
Crystal Springs, but that county.
Kapai.
Kapai. I knew it had a wonderful Indian name.
Right.
Born and raised, growing, everybody in that part of the country just grows up with a garden in the backyard.
That's right. That's right. That's
All right.
right.
So you've grown them, you've eaten them, and now you're a banker.
I am.
And you're ready to be a non-partial
I'm
judge.
ready to be a non-partial judge.
Okay.
To pick the winning tomato.
Wow, you've already got it figured out. Good for you.
Well, let's take a look on this side. We have our very own, you may recognize this face, Joe Haynes. He is our resident tomato expert, right?
I get it all from my mom. Yeah.
Tell us
It's my
about
mom.
that.
Well, my mom actually grows tomatoes, and last year, before all this started, I went over and saw that her tomatoes were killed by a frost. And of course, that's a weather thing, you know, and so she regrew them, and they were quite tasty. Should have brought some here for this contest. That's what I know about tomatoes. How about that? Actually, when I was a kid, I used to grow tomatoes. I really did. But that kid was many years ago.
And that's what it takes to be a judge on this show, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Joe. And Chris Davis from Jacksonville, right?
Right.
Talk to us a little bit about what brought you out and your judging. How do you get to be a judge?
Well, I've always learned that I've been a judge now for our county and served in the county for 20-something years as a judge. And if you're overweight and you have the title of judge, you will judge every food contest there is on this earth. And that's why I've always been entitled. But tomatoes are my specialty.
Okay.
I grow them. I have a passion for them. And I know the best. I know what you do with them. I know the texture, the smell, everything you need to know about a tomato, I know.
Tell them about the one you grew that looks like a...
It looks like a woman in spandex
No,
at Walmart. It's,
a rear end.
Looks
is what I
like
thought
a
it
rear
looked like.
end. Yes, that's what.
Let's call it.
It's you call it what it is. I won a contest there at the Tomato Fest for the most unusual tomato.
Yes.
And that was the one.
That was
the classic butt tomato.
Sounds like a winner.
I knew it.
Sounds like a winner.
All right, so we've talked about the 3 criteria. Coming back after the break, we're going to have our first judging. This is going to be the biggest, actually the heaviest tomato.
Absolutely.
Stay.
It's time to see who has the biggest tomato. That means it's time for the weighing competition. We'll be back. And welcome back to the Tomato Throwdown. Now it's time to go ahead and start weighing these tomatoes if you're not from the South. We're going to start with Jacksonville's tomato. Our contestants cannot see the weight, but I will.
Wait, just a second. Can we get a drum roll? Can we get a little bit of build-up
I can't hold
for
the
this?
mic
This is
and
a
hold a
big
tomato.
deal.
Let's
This
do
is a
it.
big
You
deal.
ready?
All right. I want to mention that it's not just size. We're actually measuring the weight. So it's the heaviest tomato that's going to win or not win.
Okay.
All right, girl.
There we go.
Okay.
Drop it in there.
I want to mention the judges. Nobody from Jacksonville or Crystal Springs has any idea of what you're seeing at home. And Kirsten is about to write that weight down.
Kirsten's not wearing her glasses.
Yeah, see, you don't want anybody to know how old you are, girl. You wait till you get 45. You're going to need them glasses. All right, You got that down?
I got it
Okay,
down,
it's a
Rick.
beautiful green tomato. I don't know if that makes them heavier or not. Now this is the, this came all the way from Crystal Springs. By the way, this took a while to get here from Crystal Springs. They had a little holdup right outside of Vicksburg, but here we go. Let's set it down, okay, gently. And I'm gonna why don't you, since you've got your glasses on now,
I will write it down.
because I really can't see that. I really got old eyes. Girls, you write that down. You've got it?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Now you see that at home, so you have some idea. Are they really close, Kirsten? I'm thinking they are. Okay. You at home know they don't. Now, the next criteria, the next category is the best of 3. Come on over here. This is Liz from Crystal Springs. Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at that.
That is a beautiful plate of tomatoes. This is what they call the best of 3. Now,
Well, Jacksonville has an answer to that. Miss
yes,
Peggy,
they do.
Let's
oh
see your best
my
of 3.
goodness. Check that out.
There
Okay.
we go.
Okay, now judges come over, Marydale and Windsor come over and do a thorough examination. These are your homegrown tomatoes. This is what you grew up, Marydale, eating as a little baby girl out there in the backyard. Little salt, little mayonnaise. I know, you and we're baby boomers. We did the same thing. I grew up with these things. That's why we're going to live to be 104. Okay, you got that?
I got that.
All right, Windsor. This is a man with the LSU Ag Agency. He knows food. He runs this wonderful food event called the Gentleman's Quarterly Cooking
Gentleman's
Class.
Cooking
That's
Classic.
right, the Gentleman's Cooking Class, which I think is coming up really quick. Now here he's looking for not just color, didn't have to be red. It would be fine if they were green, but color consistency, texture, firmness,
And eventually taste.
and eventually taste. You're exactly right. All right, come on over, check that one out. I will say this, maybe I shouldn't, but it should be obvious to anybody here. The ones from Jacksonville are larger, but that doesn't really matter. It's consistency of
We
size.
won't talk about size today.
That's right. We never ask a lady her size, certainly not her weight, so we will leave that off. All right,
Joe?
Joe, go on real quick. You have about 30 seconds, so make this quick, Brother Joe. Again, consistency.
Take a bite?
No.
Not yet. Not
That's
yet.
next, okay? That's coming up. All right, looking for consistency of size, substance, color, all of those things. Go ahead, Judge.
It's a lot of decisions to make, guys.
And it's big. I'm telling you, in these two communities, this is serious. They don't play around with this. We're having fun with it in Shreveport, Bossier, but in their place, it's a big deal.
All right, now we're going to continue judging during the break so we can have adequate time to judge these tomatoes. Now, still ahead on KTVS 3 News, we know who has the biggest tomato, and the judges are deciding who has the prettiest. But now, it's around about that time to figure out who has the tastiest tomato of them all. The tasting competition is next, right here at the Tomato Showdown. Stick around, we're back in 2.
Hey, welcome back everybody to the second annual Tomato Throwdown, Crystal Springs, Mississippi, Jacksonville, Texas. This is getting serious. You can cut it with a knife.
Oh, yeah.
In this room, the tension is growing. This is probably, I don't think probably, this is the most important category,
Absolutely.
and that's the testing. Come over here, tasting.
Can I eat all of them?
This is Marydale. No. This is, by the way, I want to mention this is a blind test.
Absolutely.
They have
They don't
no
know
idea
which one they're eating.
where these tomatoes have come from. Specially selected. Go ahead and take a bite, girl. Nothing added, no salt, mayonnaise, ranch dressing, nothing.
Take a couple
She's
bites.
really enjoying that. Okay.
Take a couple bites.
You remember, clear the palate. Okay.
You want to try one
Ooh,
from
she
over
likes
here?
that one. She likes that one. Clear the palate. All right, I think just to expedite time, come on over, Windsor. Again, this is a blind taste test. Windsor has eaten his share of tomatoes over a lifetime. They are difficult to eat,
But very delicious.
but very delicious. All right, Big Joe.
Okay, I'll take the small piece.
Look at that.
I'm a nice guy.
All in one walk.
All in one bite. My goodness, that's a big swallow. Good job. All right, Judge Chris Davis, Jacksonville, Texas. He grows these things. You ought to know if it's from your part of the woods or not.
Tough to pick up.
Yeah. He's used to sitting in the fields eating those things right off the vine, aren't you, Judge? Good at that, okay? All right, right over here. Again, this is a blind taste test. They have no idea where their tomatoes are from, and essentially it has to be, there's something about the soil in both of these particular regions of their respective states that sets them apart from really any tomatoes in the world. I think they probably are the best in the world. We just don't know which one.
Can't wait to taste them.
It's going to be fun.
Now we're going to take a short break so the judges can decide whose tomato is tops in taste. We'll be back with more tomato tossing fun in 2 minutes. And welcome back to the second Tomato Throwdown right here at KTBS. We have some winners to announce. It's been coveted for months now, and I gotta tell you that the biggest tomato goes to, can I get a drum roll please?
Dun, 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 dun.
Jacksonville!
Oh my goodness, okay, it was close.
It was very close. You won by 0.2, like 2 ounces. I'm not real good with math, but
me
2
either.
ounces.
Way to go, congratulations.
Now, Rick, who was our next winner?
All right, then we had the best of 3, that plate of 3. They were looking for color and consistency and all those things. And it looks like, goodness gracious, Jacksonville, Texas won that one too. Woo, doggies. Oh my goodness.
They came back.
Okay, that means.
Oh. All right, are y'all ready to know who
This
won?
is serious. No. Testing. Testing.
For tasting?
Testing, taste. I can't say both of those at the same time.
Testing.
Yes.
We're going to say it eventually.
Who won the best tasting tomato?
Who won it, Rick?
Both of them claim to be the best in the world. Who won? They both won.
Absolutely.
It was a tie. It was a tie. That's a beautiful thing. However, before you get too excited,
There must be one.
however, we can only have one single winner. So you would have to think that the one that had the largest and had the best of 3 and tied with the tasting would be Kirsten
Jackson.
Come on. You the man, baby. Oh, wow. Come over. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, let's we got about a minute. Joe, present the trophy.
With our trophy.
You guys have waited.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. Now, I know you were sorely disappointed last year. I could see it on your face. You came a long way. This means a lot. Listen, I want them to be able to see your face.
It does. We're so excited.
Let's do
She's ready for a 3-peat. Come on.
Again next year, baby. Again.
All right, very quickly, Sally, I know you loved this. You had a year run.
We did.
You came so close.
We had to give our crown up.
You did. That's just Southern hospitality. That's all that is.
It is. And you know what? The thing about it is they taste so much alike.
Yes.
And they're so wonderful.
Absolutely.
That it's so funny that our soils, and generations past, they knew that.
There you go.
In 1895, Crystal
They
Springs
knew.
people brought it over there.
They knew.
It's
Spreading the joy. Juicy Lucy, come say goodbye very quickly. Thank you for watching our second annual Tomato Throwdown. Juicy Lucy, come on, girl. There she is. Push her in front of the camera.
There's Juicy.
Thank you for watching. Woo.